Welcome to your daily focus for August the 28th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Now, let's turn to the cards and see what they have to tell us about the energy that surrounds us and how to use that energy in a positive way to go forward on our path. And we start with, oh, look at that, the Strength card. There has been a lot of 8 energy with this full moon, asking us to go inside and realize our inner strength. Where we thought we would have to this is believing in yourself. This is, and today there's a great inner strength about you. So don't get caught up in dramas, especially other people's dramas. Know that you can handle whatever comes your way. Know that you have the strength, the courage, the ability, the knowledge. And don't worry if somebody doesn't believe in you, or your dream, or your goal, or your desire. Walk in your beauty, walk in your strength today. Remember, people of integrity expect to be believed, and when they're not, they let time prove them right. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks about your path. You are the one who has to walk it. The advice I used to get over and over again when my children were younger, and with autism, you get a lot of advice. And one of the biggest things people told me about is when I was going to these doctor's appointments and the school meetings, and was that everybody else doesn't get to buy in the way I get to buy in. I'm going to be there for the long term. So it's really what I think matters the most. These people aren't going to probably be here in a year or 2 years or 5 years, depending on the role they played in my child's life. And it was true. That I had to do what was right for, at the time, my children, and therefore for me. Long term. And so don't worry about what other people might say, or don't feel you have to prove yourself, prove your worth. In fact, today is a 2 energy. If you add up the numerology of the day, it's a 2 energy. And the 2 energy, that's the High Priestess. That's sitting in quiet contemplation and realizing the magic that is within you, and bringing that magic out, and transforming your world around you. Now, the moon starts out in Pisces, but then it flips over into Aries as the day moves on. So meditation, prayer, probably better in the morning, although it's always a good time. Remember, we had that full moon in Pisces, so that energy is still with us in the morning to connect to our own spirituality, or understanding where we need to allow healing or to forgive ourselves for something. To stop beating ourselves up. And realize the magic that's within you, and you don't need to prove it to anybody today. Stand in your own light. We have the Hermit. It's not going to be so easy to stand in our own light, and probably because then the moon switches over into Aries, and, well, Aries, we become the pioneer. We become the starter, the doer. Let's get a new plan going. Let's learn something new. Let's step into a new journey together. I'm independent. I'm strong. And our staying power, that's not so great. So when we want to sit in quiet contemplation, we won't be able to, because we'll be more of, remember, this is in our conflict. So the Hermit is usually a beautiful card for meditation and prayer, but I don't think we're going to really be able to fit it in as the day moves forward. We'll be caught up on little projects, maybe things that we need to fix or redo or finish or complete. And it'll be something that we're not probably in the middle of. It's probably something that has been sitting there and you start it anew, because it is more of an Aries energy. So it's those little projects that need to be done so you don't have to have them on your list any longer. So it's not going to be an easy day, which tells me that we are more apt, as the afternoon rolls on, to take some challenges on in our life, to open up some kind of action. And the Two of Wands. You hold the world in your hand in this card. Anything, everything is possible. What determines how possible it is? I guess it's your belief in you, first and foremost. And where are you starting to instill some kind of action plan? Maybe you want to be 10 pounds lighter. Then what's your action plan? That's what the Hermit is doing here in the conflict. He's saying, let's start moving towards some things, right? The Hermit goes into the desert, into the cave, and says, here I am in life. This is what I've got. This surrounds me. These are my beliefs, my values. And this is where I want to go. And how do I get there? And coming off of a full moon, we're probably going to be looking more at what needs an ending in my life, or what needs a healing in my life, or what kind of closure do I need to bring in. The Two of Wands. Now, in most decks, these two wands are both planted in the ground and we stand before them. So it doesn't really matter which path we take, because look at the abundance that is growing on each of them. Sometimes we pull some wand cards up and it's hard to find a leaf. And we hold the world in our hand and we look forward. So it's really, these cards are saying, find that inner belief. Have the High Priestess work with that Aries energy today. And start doing some things and see what you can do when you put your mind to it. And do little projects. Okay, that's what I said in the extra guidance. Do those little projects. Get things that can be done quickly and easily, but they still are on your plate nonetheless, so that you can see right away the change, the transformation. Maybe it's redecorating a room or hanging up some pictures that you've wanted to for a while. Maybe it's planting something in your garden. Maybe it's making that fabulous meal, because that is instant gratification. Something with some kind of instant gratification, but you had to work towards it today. Get the energy moving for yourself. Let's get So yes, for my Patreon viewers, because I guess Patreon doesn't notify you, or there's been some hiccups with the notifications, Tea Time with Tilly is up, Extra Guidance is up, and of course, the Wisdom of the Trees Oracle is there for you. Tapping into that energy over the next 2 weeks. And I more than likely have the link below. Three of Water. The Three of Water shows up for our affirmation card. And it says celebration, enjoying community, sharing, exuberance, team spirit, common goals, friendships. Joy and excitement flow among those gathered. I embrace being a part of something larger than myself. It's a time to delight as I experience the greater whole that is my community or team. We buoy each other and play together as we co-create. We are friends, family, and companions sharing our experiences. It is a time to remember we must accept each other as we are, with both shadow and light within. And so this is telling you to get out there, and maybe, most definitely, perhaps for a lot of you, since it turned up in the affirmation, is in Pisces is more of a pullback inward in many respects, where Aries is definitely an outgoing and let's meet some new people and let's try some new things and let's create something. Our staying power isn't too strong though. So joy and excitement flow through all that I've gathered. So get out in the community, join a team, join a group. Go to work and pick a project with somebody else, at least one other person. Although I think you have to have 3 to actually have a group, so 3. And remember, the full moon was 3 degrees. I don't even think I touched on that too much. So we have the 3 of water telling us to really tap into that full moon energy. That where can we be of service to our families, to our loved ones, to our communities, to the collective. And the animal card, you say? I hope you say. I always enjoy to see the animals pop out and give us an extra message. Yeah, that was see the beauty around you. That was a wild cut. See the beauty around you. Where are you? There you are, Swan. And I don't know, but if you've been watching me for some time, you've probably started humming a song to yourself. Partnership, beauty, grace, elegance, and partnership again. So even though the tarot cards didn't talk too much about the partnership, it's becoming very evident that we need to get around other people to stimulate our light, to stimulate our vibration, to co-create. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you will lose your heartaches. Whatever you wish for, you keep. Have faith in your dreams, and someday your rainbow will come smiling through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dreams that you wish will come true. And yes, that's a direct quote from Cinderella herself. The swan is often associated with the transition from the ugly duckling into the beautiful swan. And in this message, Swan wants you to know that you have been beautiful since the moment of your conception, and you truly have been. Your spirit is something that people find beautiful, and Swan wants to remind you that you are loved very much. Swans tell you to look deeper within and around yourself. See the beauty all around you. It can be in simple things like a flower blooming on the side of the road to a smile from a stranger. Beautiful surrounds you. You may be doubting your love relationship, but Swan reassures you that your partner is strong. If you are not in a love relationship, this is an indication that a long-lasting and beautiful relationship is right in the next pond. And as we go into the weekend, the moon goes into Taurus. And so usually when relationships start, when the moon is in Taurus, it kind of gives it that strong, grounded part of the relationship. And so many times they're long lasting, and they may not stay long lasting as the relationship, but you always help each other through life. So just saying, when I saw, the long and lasting beautiful relation is right in the next pond, well, maybe you need to giddy up and get going. And when you're doing your morning walking meditation by the pond, you'll meet somebody who wants to walk your journey with you. See the beauty around you, though. See the beauty in you. Know that you are beautiful beyond belief, that you have talents, that you have gifts. And it's time to share them with the collective. It's time to go from being that ugly duckling to that beautiful swan with grace and beauty. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.